So Big Bang and Thug dropped an interview yesterday, and they was basically talking about what was going on while he was in jail, coming up, how it was for him, and it's basically explaining himself about those, those phone calls where people say he was snitching. And when I'm listening to this interview, I ain't never really heard Thug talk about his childhood like that or anything, but he really had a rough time coming up. Now that's not to excuse anything that's went on in his life up until that point, but when I'm hearing him talk about Gunna, dude, anybody around him, I hear betrayal. Now, speaking purely from a human standpoint, how many of y'all have been betrayed before? Betrayal feels like something that honestly, once it happens to you, it changes you over time. And the more you feel betrayed, the more you kind of change as a person. You're not the same person you was before that betrayal. And I think the way he's going about it is all rooted in anger, right? He really wanna make up with Gunna. He really wanna link up with his bro again, make music again, be with his friends again, but he can't do that because of the street code. Y'all gonna have to chop it up and talk about this, right? At some point, it's gonna have to come to a head where it's like you either gonna live with that bitterness, which is only gonna hurt you in the end, when you're living with that bitterness and resentment, rather than get it out and talk about it. And you also have to be careful when you're somebody like Young Thug, you're looking at a Gunna, you have to be careful to not let that turn into jealousy, right? Because I'm pretty sure Thug saw Gunna get out of jail and just keep rolling, like keep moving like nothing even mattered. He got out of jail, he got fit, he got healthy, he dropping music, it's on the Billboard, it's actually good music. And with Thug, it's the opposite. The song that he dropped with Future, it didn't chart. I don't think it charted, but it definitely didn't go nowhere. You know what I mean? And I do feel where he coming from, kind of, right? Because it's like, damn, I helped all these people get on, and it's like when I need a helping hand, I can't call on nobody to help. And I think that's a real human thing to go through, because even I felt like that at some points in my life where I feel like I put my neck out for people and they didn't put their neck out for me like I would for them. So yeah, it's easy to sit online and judge, but I'm always play devil's advocate. You feel me? So I always like to see both sides of the situation. But all of this sounds like a big misunderstanding. It sounds like a lot of hurt, and it sounds like something that could be solved with a simple conversation. But again, street rules, civilian rules, they never mix.